Yes, everybody. How are we all doing? Good morning. Hope everybody's doing good. And not much to talk about. Sort of jump on for a few minutes. I just seen the news, what I was going to see, no matter what. It was inevitable that I was going to see somewhere in this window, Arsenal are open to doing business if the right opportunity presents itself. Oh, God. How many times have I heard this from Arsenal Football Club? We're open to do business if the right opportunity presents itself. We're working day and night to get deals done. We'll sign a player if we find exceptional quality. I mean, how many times do we hear this from this football club? Everything's just repeat. We like to buy players from Chelsea. We repeat that. It's the same old write up. We're open to do business if an opportunity presents itself. We've heard that time and time and time again. I just don't get this football club. What are we wasting time with? We have got one of the best strikers, for God's sake, man. One of the best strikers in the world shouting from the Premier League, Sporting Lisbon, sign me, sign me, sign me. And Arsenal Football Club, I swear, they are becoming laughable. That like no one can justify it. They are laughable because a team like Chelsea, who apparently are in the mud, are washed, are done. Well, Maresca's embarrassed Arteta in his first season. It's as simple as that. Just over 1 year, I think it was early June, he became the Chelsea manager. 1 year, 1 year in, won two trophies, and one of them is a Club World Cup. But according to these fans, what are just obsessed with Arteta. Oh, that's nothing. That Club World Cup don't mean nothing. It's a Mickey Mouse trophy. Yeah, we'll see what the words come out of your mouth when we're in it in 2029. I think it'll be. We'll see what the words are then. It'll probably be like, oh, Arsenal's in a big trophy. If just say if we won it, just say if we won it. Well, I would like to think Mikel Arteta would not be at my club by then, but I just don't know. It's just always the narrative just always changes with these fans who are just obsessed, man, with Arteta. He can do nothing wrong. He's treated like royalty. Um, Melanie K, lots. Melanie, good morning. Hope you're well. Khalid, good morning, my friend. Good to see you, bro. Hope you're well. And it's just the same, man. While we're messing around, fanning around, pissing about, trying to sign a striker for the sake of 2 more million extra, I think it is. They wanted around 8.6 million add on Sporting, and rightly so they should. They should take Arsenal for everything they can because, Arsenal Football Club would do the same. If we were trying to keep Saliba from Real Madrid, um, we'd be like, well, we need this, we need that agent fee, that's going to cost money. We should be doing this. Sorry, Sporting Lisbon should be doing this. They should be taking Arsenal for everything they've got. Contract doesn't finish till 2028, I think it is, or it's 2027. Keep forgetting to look at that, but it's either 28 or 27. He's one of the best strikers in the world right now. He's been Sporting's best player the last 2 seasons. We're getting him for a bargain, people. I mean, they're not even asking for 80 million for him. It's an absolute bargain for Gyökeres, and we haven't had a striker in 3 seasons at our club, and we're pissing about. Well, we're just trying to get to these extra bits, these extra 2 million, this 1.5 million. Honestly, I'm embarrassed to be an Arsenal fan because this is not this season, not the season before. Well, window this season. It's not this window. It's not the window before. It's not the window. It's every window. This club do something to put embarrassment on fans, and all they're bothered about is get that away kit out there, get that away kit out there, make sure fans turn up and buy it. That's all they're bothered about. That's all this club is. They just take, 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 take. There's no give back. What have they give us back, people, since we moved to Emirates? Nothing. We haven't even completed one window and fully maximised one window with the Cronkies and Arteta. And there's talk like now 1 year is signing a new contract. The Eze talk has just gone quiet, just vanished, and there's no talk of him actually even signing for us. So it's the same old every single time, every window. Arsenal Football Club. It's either we're open to do business if an opportunity presents itself. We'll work day and night to try and find better ways to improve the squad, or if we find a player what's exceptional, we'll do it. It's always the same words. Same with Wenger in his latter years. Arsene Wenger would stand there in an interview in his latter years. Of course, we're open to business. If we find exceptional low quality, we do it. And Arsene Wenger, and that is a shit kind of impression of Arsene Wenger, to be honest. And that's all he used to say. If we find exceptional quality, we will do it. That's all he would say in the latter years of his Arsenal reign. It coming to in the last 10 years, it was we're open to do business. We're going to work day and night, and if we find exceptional quality, we'll do it. And then now, this twat, this stubborn, smug prick, Mikel Arteta, you know, is well, he copies off Pep and he copies off Arsene Wenger. Please smash up the likes, people, if you already haven't, and do subscribe as well. Khalid, good morning. Good morning, my bro. Hope you're well. I've read that one. Khalid, why does it take over a week to discuss add-ons? Oh, man. Khalid, it's embarrassing, mate. It really is. And then Chelsea, straight in, Xavi Simons, open talks with him. There's concrete talks. There's no messing around. And it wouldn't surprise me if Xavi Simons is a Chelsea player by, I would say, Thursday. I would say Thursday, maybe Friday. And when 1 week ago, Sunday just gone, was closing in on Victor Gyökeres, and then by 1 week ago, yesterday, Monday night, the deal could collapse. And here we are a week later, and we're still trying to get over the line with around about let's say Sporting want 3 million extra. I am embarrassed for my football club. And I'll tell you why, because of all the things what they do. Every player, male or female, has to be signed. They have to show win the dog, They do all these things, like with new shirts, go over top, when they're launching it and stuff. And this is what brings embarrassment to the club. This is why Arsenal's peppered by other fans and other clubs, because the things what they do is embarrassing, People are like, look at Arsenal now, look, they've got to show a dog. They've got to show a dog with a male and a female, even though I love dogs, by the way. I'm just going to read these. AJ, good morning, Rich. Good morning, AJ, my friend. Hope you are well. AJ, good morning, Khaled. Community settings, great to see. AJ, we play game 2 of pre-season today. Yet nothing. I think it's tomorrow, AJ. I think we've got AC Milan tomorrow on the 23rd. Khaled, AJ, morning, mate. Are we even gonna sign Gyökeres? Well, this is the thing. Khaled. Even Manchester United apparently have been encouraged by the intermediaries of Sporting that they can push to try and make a bid. So I don't know. But apparently, obviously, Gyökeres has said it's Arsenal only. But if they feel Arsenal's not getting anywhere near it, and just still like even this week, and they're still not reaching that extra 2-3 million, Gyökeres might think, I want to play for Arsenal. He's made it clear, but he might think, but do Arsenal really want me? Do Arsenal Football Club really want me? Because if they wanted me that much, they would have got this over the line. Sporting Lisbon have told the Arsenal what they want, and they're still not willing to meet it. And Sporting, it's not like the player's contract ends in 6 months or a year. His contract's around 27, 28, 2027, 2028. So if Sporting are asking for, let's say another 3 million, then pay it, Arsenal. Pay it. What are you trying to achieve by being all nicey and we give the biggest cuddles at Arsenal and we can't do that, you're not going to push us into that territory? What has it got us over the years? Nothing. It's got us nowhere being all nice. We're never winning trophies just lately. Well, we don't win trophies just lately. We don't even get to Wembley. We don't get to finals. We watch other teams do that. So that's what I'm saying. All we're bothered about is kit launches and when we do this and do that and win the dog. Again, I love dogs. Best pets you could probably have. So And it's got to be, oh, we've got to glamorise this, we've got to post that, we've got to show this. And in reality, other clubs are just laughing at us, thinking, you can do what you want, Arsenal. Because at the end of the season, you're the team what watches other teams win trophies and gets to Wembley. And I keep saying this because it's facts. Other clubs look at Arsenal and think, what they're posting now? Oh, it's about light bulbs, pickpockets, different tables. All the kit launch. Look how much over the top they've got to look what they're doing with kit. They're making it so it's like, oh, it's got to be shown in that way, and they've got to add this to it. Whereas other teams just get on with it, and other teams at end of season win trophies, and Arsenal's winning nothing, man. We're winning nothing. And right now, Arsenal's attack is shambolic. It's crap, it's boring, it's rubbish, there's no creativity, there's no firepower up there. Keep saying this, I'll probably say it on every stream. There's only one player who's trustworthy at Arsenal right now, who's probably going to guarantee to score you about 12 Premier League goals, and that's Bukayo Saka. And that is it. And that is it. And Mikel Arteta's in love with Kai Havertz. I don't see him being dropped. I really don't. I do not see him being dropped at this team. FK Arsenal 1983. Big up Rich. Now everyone is saying we can't buy because we have to sell. Didn't they say buying Madueke wouldn't affect us more by more players? Now they saying the opposite. It's all lies. It's embarrassing, FK, my friend. It's really, really embarrassing, bro. Like I've seen this morning, we're open to do business if an opportunity presents itself. I hear that every window. Like I've been saying, chat started chat. Arsene Wenger say that all the time. He would say that all the time. If we find exceptional quality, we'll sign a player. And Arteta's already said it in January. If we find exceptional quality, we'll already sign a player. It's embarrassing. The only way this stops, people, the only way this stops, and we get Arsenal Football Club back. Is it a risk? Of course, it's a risk. Could it work? It could go absolutely. It could capitulate and go completely wrong. But I'm willing to take the risk, and I have been for a long time now. We need new owners at this football club. We need new owners who's going to look at Arsenal and say, we know what we've got in front of us. Look at the massive stadium. Yes, we can expand it in 2 years if we want to. We've got a good fan base. Obviously, some people are just puppets and just obsessed with one man, which is Mikel Arteta, and just lap up everything the club does, says, and wants, along with Arteta. But we've got a really good fan base worldwide. Let's buy this football club. Let's go and take Arsenal. I hope somebody has been standing back and watching and saying, we really could turn this club into a powerhouse in world football and bring them back to winning trophies. We know exactly what we need to do. We need to probably spend a little bit of money, not loads. With this window, if it happens and it starts going pear-shaped this season, someone's been laying dormant, and then bang, you hear middle of the season, someone wants to buy Arsenal Football Club. That would make my day. It really would. Who's been secret? They've not made the sound heard. They've not made the noise heard, and then bang, we hit middle of this season or whatever. Somebody wants to buy Arsenal Football Club, and they're serious suitors. They're not just not messing around, and they've got more money than the Cronkies. I would love this, and they've been watching it for years and years. They've got a team looking at what's happening on social media, which they've done the due diligence and focused and think, right, what's happening? How's the fans? What are they thinking? I'd love that if someone's watching Arsenal in the background, not made the noise heard, and then bang, just makes themselves heard. Like start of this season or middle of the season, and saying they want Arsenal Football Club. They want to buy this club. They've been watching for a long time, and now they're out there. They're making the noise heard, and they want to take this club off the Cronkies. I'm just hoping that happens, because this is not going to change people. It's always going to be safety, nicey, cuddles, biggest cuddles. That's all it's going to be. We've done that now. We've signed the Gyökeres. We must stop. We must shut the shop up. No more signings. We're not even finished. This window right now is a 3 out of 10. We still need a goal scorer in left winger. We still need a backup for Martin Odegaard, or preferably, hopefully, someone what will take his place. I don't get how people are backing this and lapping it up and saying it's an 8 out of 10 window and stuff. It's not. How can it be an 8 out of 10 when there's still gaps in the team? So what you want to do then? Start the season and then just be like, well, it's an 8 out of 10. But then start the season and then in your own voice, these fans of Arteta what won't say anything bad about the club, what are obsessed with Arteta as well, will be saying, "Oh, we ain't got a left winger. No goals on left wing. Martin Odegaard's got an injury. There's no one to cover him." Or Martin Odegaard's underperforming again. Wish we had Eze. Why can't you just open your mouth and start saying it? Do you think Arteta and the club care about you? Start speaking up if you want change about this football club. Stop masking over everything. I can't say that. I've got ties with Arsenal Football Club. If I say that, I'll lose thousands of followers. Well, you're just lying to yourself every day. You can't be truthful to yourself every single day. The truth, the facts are Arsenal Football Club are not ready yet, and we need positions addressing. That attack has been neglected for far, far too long. And this window, it needs sorting. There's none of this bullshit about, well, we just couldn't get that left winger. Look at Liverpool, look at Chelsea. That's what you call a proper winning mentality club with owners what are just not stopping. Just not stop. Even Man United, I keep saying this, Man United right now have had a better window than Arsenal because they've got Mbemo and they've got Cunha. And most Arsenal fans, even me, I would have took those this window. Both of them. Both of them. Especially Brian Mbemo. FK Arsenal, love the background, Rich. That when we were elite club, yeah, I got to go to Ivory once, FK, and I thought it were amazing. I only went once against Wimbledon when we won 5-0. Christopher Wray scored, Manu Petit scored, Mark Overmars scored. I think Dennis Bergkamp scored, and I think it was Tony Adams. I know Petit scored. If I've just said him, I know Emmanuel Petit scored because he scored his first goal for Arsenal. And I know Christopher Wray scored because he did the famous celebration he used to do, like a little backflip kind of thing. I think what were it? I think it was something. He used to do something with his hands. Khalid, I can't even watch the press conference. I know it'll make me mad. Absolutely, Khalid. Did you hear what he said yesterday? Did you hear what this stubborn, smug prick who's just got no pressure from above whatsoever, who's treated like royalty? Mikel Arteta, we're amazing and everybody wants to come to us. What planet is it? That's the talk of somebody who feels no pressure whatsoever. He said, we're amazing and, everybody wants to come to us. What an absolute prick we've got as a manager. I can't stand him, people. And I never want to be talking about, a footballer or a manager in those terms. Oh, as a prick. But I can't stand him as a person. He's the most stubborn, arrogant, smug twat I've ever known in football. He really is. He just looks like, especially obviously when he talks in pre-match and post-match match conferences, he's got no trouble. He's got no trouble coming to him. He's got no pressure on him. Everything is perfect. He looks like he's got zero pressure on him. He really does. And the way he talks, it's like, we're amazing. Everybody wants to sign for us. No, they don't. No, they do not. Because Brian Mbemo didn't want to come to us because his dream was Manchester United. Chris Welsh, big up, mate. Hope you are well. Big up, Chris. Hope you are well, my friend. Good to see you. Please go and subscribe to Chris if you already haven't, people. Chris Welsh, imagine you don't get Yockers after all of this. Oh, mate, I swear to God, Chris. But this is the thing. I won't be shocked. I wouldn't be. Well, we tried to get there, but we just couldn't get there. We just couldn't quite get over the line. Sporting wouldn't lower the add-on fees. Of course they wouldn't. He's their best player. They want everything they can off Arsenal, and rightly so. And I just, this club are an embarrassment because if it were just this summer, you think, well, Arsenal's in a bit of a tricky situation, trying to get Sporting down. But it's every year, man. This is every single window, something like this happens with Arsenal Football Club. And even Sam Dean from the Telegraph, I think it is, even he said, Arsenal are very difficult to deal with because they've got lawyers that go through this, go through like what is it, fine, tooth comb, I think it is. I can't remember the saying. And they have to go up. They've got all these lawyers going through every little bit, every tiny bit. And it's like, it's got us nowhere. We need all these pricks out of this club. We need Tim Lewis, the co-chair. Get out of this club. And this is why I say we can whinge, we can moan, we can get angry, frustrated. But the only way this changes, people in the chat, these Arsenal fans, please, like, realise the only way now this changes is if we get new owners. They're going nowhere, and we need someone really, really serious to take this club. Someone who's got a hell of a lot of money who can go in with a very serious bid straight away. And get it, we ain't getting Gyökeres. I mean, it's looking like it. And get it, it really is. I just don't know if we are. And if we don't, it wouldn't shock me because Arteta will be like, "Oh, yes, I've got my love child up front now. I can get Kai Havertz. I can get," and the thing is, they'll probably do that. They'll stick with Kai Havertz again, and then they probably will sign an Eze, and then they'll think, "Well, we've got more firepower because we've brought Eze and Madueke. Noni Madueke, sorry. Nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near. If Arsenal don't get a striker this window, then get ready for the backlash. I swear to God, the backlash will be huge. The moment we lose, the backlash will be massive. Sean Murray, we have needed a X Factor left winger for 2 reasons. Absolutely, mate. Good to see you, Sean. Big up to you. Left winger for two to 3 seasons since we played against Bayern Munich. Absolutely, mate. With Martinelli, like I like him as a person since from signing from Atuno, third division in Brazilian league, I think it was at the time. For about 7 million. He's he's had some good seasons, good under Unai Emery. Had that obviously 15 goal a season with Arteta. But is a guy, if you said to him, "You're on bench this season," he'd be like, "Okay." But we need to sell him, mate. We need to sell Martinelli right now because we could, if the Saudi teams come for him and they offer 50 to 60 million, ideally I think we could even get about 70, 75 from Saudi League. If someone offers 50 to 60 million for Martinelli, you've got to take it because I know what this club will do. I've supported them way too long, been involved in too many windows. I know what we'll do if he has a bad season this season coming up. That's 3 seasons in a row. What's bad? We'll then sell him in summer for about 35 million. Because if a Saudi team come in and offer around about 50, let's say 50 to 70 million, no European team is offering more than 45 million for Martinelli because they'll just look back and say, well, last 2 seasons have been dreadful, shambolic. Is it an individual thing with Martinelli, or is it because of this stubborn, smug prick, what we've got as our manager, what's probably breathing down his neck, uh, don't attack, don't you attack Martinelli. I bet it feels like he's got someone behind him all the time on his shoulder. Don't attack, get back. And it wouldn't surprise me if it's Arteta. His career's just going down pan at the moment. His last 2 seasons have been shocking, man. Tris 89 done. A lot of our fan base are easy to pacify. Unfortunately, Gyökeres isn't enough. Absolutely, Tris. Nowhere near, my friend. Nowhere near. This attack has been neglected for far, far too long, and it's not acceptable. Look at Chelsea's attack, man. And yet, if they signed Simmons, they already had a better attack than Arsenal. And if you sign Simmons, that's Delap, Pedro, Gittins, and Simmons. 4 new attackers added to what were already better than Arsenal's, because that's how big clubs move. And Chelsea know that they're chasing an Arsenal. They are chasing down Arsenal. They've not relaxed. They might have had a bit of a window where it wasn't the best, but they're coming back. And if they get that centre back and goalkeeper, my prediction is Man City to win league. I just think they're going to be so pissed off. I really do. Rodri stays fit all season. Haaland and, like I say, Kalidou, Muldoon, Barrett says we're not having a repeat of last season. So I don't think they're finished in window yet. And if Edison goes, they'll probably sign Costa from Porto. They do need a right back and they do need a centre back because Diaz is just not world class no more. So, but I still think Man City will win league because of what they've got up top. And then Liverpool, look at what they've got up front, guys. And then they've gone and signed another striker, Ekitike, who is one of the best young strikers in Europe at the moment. Didn't happen at PSG, but obviously he was just a bit part player because he was containing with Messi and everybody. And then Rodrigo. I'm 90% confident Liverpool will get Rodrigo because they'll think, right, like Chris Welsh said, big up to him. Perfect example. We all know it's coming, but we always forget it. Rodrigo likes to play at left wing, but he can cover Salah on right wing when he goes to AFCON. Unfortunately, isn't enough. We need a 10 and a left winger as well as that. Absolutely, that's what I keep saying, Trist, all the time. This attack has been neglected too long, my friend. We need a gunman, which is Gyökeres, proper striker, We've not had one for 3 seasons. We need a goal scoring left winger, and we need Eze or Simmons. We need a number 10. Because Martin Odegaard last season was our worst player, and he's the weakest captain I've ever seen in football. And on that, it's embarrassing knowing he's going to be our captain yet again. It should be Gabriel or Declan Rice, then Saliba. So yeah, but this club will probably say, "Well, we've got you, Gyökeres. That's it. We're shutting shop up. We're not going to go the extra mile." We have never ever completed and fully maximised one window with Mikel Arteta and the Kroenkes, and that's why every window we keep getting to, well, we need 4, 5, well, we need 3, 4, 5. We should be at that level where we need 2 players at most. But yet, that's what happens when you've got these owners and this manager. We've never fully maximised, completed one window at all. It's always, well, we couldn't quite get that. Well, next window we're going to have to do it again. Replace that player what you buy in the summer. And then another player leaves. So next minute you're thinking 3 players, 4 players, 5 players. It's embarrassing. This much money spent, and we potentially next summer could, if we end the window with Gyökeres, by next summer we might need another 5 or 6 players again because William Saliba is going. And I'm going to say it again, and I'll keep saying it, he's my favourite player. Has been from the start. Watched all his loans when he went back to Saint Etienne, then went to Nice, then went to Marseille. But if Florentino Perez calls him Real Madrid president, adios. He's gone. He's gone. Right. FK Arsenal, you watch Liverpool will spend over 350 million this window. Arsenal will never do it. No, absolutely, FK, my friend, absolutely. And you know what? Where's all this money coming from? What Liverpool's got? Well, they brought Chiesa last summer. That was it. They've been wise and smart in windows. They're not stupid. They don't buy players and think, oh, we didn't need that. If they needed a striker, they don't sign a left back or a centre midfielder, whereas our team do. And that, even things like that, is not acceptable. I'll never forget that. Last game of the season, Arteta saying, don't be satisfied with second, want much more, and we're going to get it. And you stubborn, smug prick, asshole. And I shouldn't really talk about things like that when it comes to, but he is an asshole. All the world thought, right, watch Arsenal go now in this window. Just lost the league by 1 game against Everton. He stands there at Emirates, tells everybody, and the absolute idiot, goes and signs a left back and a centre midfielder. What an absolute idiot. I'll never forget that. The whole word thought, here we go now, watch Arsenal. We know what's coming. They've realised it. They've seen games where we've folded against Fulham. Aston Villa playing Kai Havertz in middle. We couldn't break them down. I think the game against West Ham. And everybody knew, right, here he goes. Mikel Arteta. He knows what they need. Everybody knows what they need. They're going to sign a striker. And it's a left back and a centre. What manager does that? And that's where his inexperience shows. Trist87 Don, he's an economaniac. Remember what he said after Trist. This is one thing where I said, right, I can't stand the guy now. Completely cannot stand the guy, even as a person. When he stood there with that female reporter and she dragged him back and says, "Sorry, who said that?" And he were like that. Yeah, PSG said, and he couldn't even look at her in the eyes. He could not even look at her, mate, in the eyes. And I thought, he looks like a school kid when you've done something wrong and you can't even look at the headmaster, in the eye when you did something at school, when you know you're in trouble, or your parents. And I thought, that's our manager lying on live TV. Even she was shocked. She dragged him back. Sorry, who said that? And then Enrique, I mean, he knew we didn't say that. PSG bench would say, what kind of manager have we landed here at Arsenal? Why have we got to have someone like that? He's just a smug prick. He really is. And he knows he's got no pressure above. And the only way this happens where we get Arsenal back is if we get new owners. I just wish somebody's out there now taking a look at Arsenal Football Club and thinking, right, it's time to make our noise heard now. We want to show and we want to be heard that we want this club. Because, well, that's the levels that TK took 2 days and we paid the money. Gyökeres taking 2 weeks, nearly a month. Yeah, absolutely. And yet we've needed a striker for 3 seasons, Chris. It's embarrassing, man. Latvian Goon is in the house. Big up, my friend. Hope you're well, Latvian. Go and subscribe to Latvian people if you already haven't. Hope you're well, my mate. Hope you're well. Same old Arsenal, Latvian. What I'm seeing this morning, we're open to do business if an opportunity presents itself. I've heard that about 57 times. I've heard it with Wenger in his latter years, in his last 10 years. FK Arsenal, The new blue kit is disgusting and it costs £220, yet they can't afford 2.5 million euros. It's a joke. FK, I don't know. I won't say I do like it. I must be like, I don't want to sound hypocritical, but I do like Arsenal's kits. I do like it. It's not better than the Lightning, the Bergkamp kit. It's not better than that, no chance. But 100%. And it makes me think, why should I buy that? I ain't buying nothing, even though I haven't bought from the club shop since 2016 and I buy from a different place. But I don't know if where even I buy it from, the club get a tiny bit of percentage. Even if it's 3%, I ain't buying nothing until I see what this window does. And I want to see it completed. Because, like I said, can you imagine if and we don't want this to happen, but Gyökeres gets injured next season, and then you are left with Kai Havertz as your striker. Ideally, I would like to. I know it's well with this club, never going to happen. Even asking for a left winger and a number 10, it seems to be too much to ask for when fans ask for something off the club. But yet the fans, but the club's always demanding you buy this merch, you buy that shirt every month. But ideally, I would like Vlahovic to back Gyökeres up because I don't trust Kai Havertz if Gyökeres gets injured. If we do get Gyökeres, right. Ngidi, let me just Ngidi. We need a striker more than anything else. Absolutely. 3 seasons, mate. 3 seasons without a striker. Absolutely embarrassing. Manchester United got a better attack than us. Chelsea got a better attack. Newcastle got a better attack. Tottenham's got a better attack. Liverpool, Man City. And that's not me making it up. They actually have. They have. Solanke's better than Havertz. Son's better than Havertz, you know. Um, Where are we? Anything else? Gyökeres wants to come to Arsenal. If Arsenal wanted him, he would be in Singapore now. Absolutely, and get it. He would. He's literally begging from the Premier League in the Portuguese league. He's shouting, "Arsenal, sign me!" And if it gets too much, and he thinks, "I just don't have confidence Arsenal getting this over the line. They've only got to get that extra little bit further." I am now 80% confident that this deal might not happen because he might just think, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not waiting any longer. Get me out of this. I want to get out of Portugal. Get me away from Sporting. These bad vibes now. It'll never be repaired, I don't think. And he might just say, you know what, Man United have signed me. They presented a decent picture. They do want a striker and a midfielder. Apparently, Man United not finished the window yet. He knows Ruben Amorim obviously so well, and he might just say, I'm persuaded. Arsenal just took too long and ends up going to Man United. Or if Newcastle sell Isaac, Newcastle come turn around to Sporting and say, we'll pay you what we want. Bang, there you go. We are in danger of losing Gyökeres because of Arsenal's own downfall. The Arsenal way, the typical Arsenal fashion. Right, let me just. He would be in Singapore now, haggling about a couple of millions while we throw money at Chelsea. Absolutely. And again, and get it. We've literally done what we always do and made sure we've paid Chelsea first. We've topped them up, and now they're probably going to sign Javi Simmons with Arsenal's money. So anyone who keeps telling me we're doing everything right and this club moving the right way, I'll argue we're all day because we're obviously not. We're making Chelsea Football Club even stronger. Someone who's in touching distance of us in London and getting on our heels and getting very close to us in the Premier League. And Maresca's done better than Arteta already in just over 1 year. So when people keep saying these fans are obsessed with Arteta, etc., everything's brilliant at Arsenal, we're moving in the right way, we do everything perfect. Well, we don't because we keep giving money to our rivals. Like I've said this before, no way will Liverpool keep giving money to Man City for their players, and no way would Man City keep giving Liverpool keep giving money to Man City and Man City keep giving money to Liverpool. They wouldn't keep doing that. They'd try it once and think, oh, it's not worked. Maybe 3 years later, try again. That didn't work. Right, just don't work. We don't sign any players from our rivals. It's not working. But Arsenal, no. Keep going. Mikel Arteta. Oh, I've got to buy a Chelsea player. What's on offer? What's on offer? Anybody on your bench who we can have? Madueke, if you want him, yep, we'll take him. We'll pay you 50 million if you want. If that's what you're asking, we'll pay you 50 million. Chelsea are like, this club, Arsenal, you will pay 50 million? Of course. 52 million in add-ons. Yes, we'll do it. We'll make sure we top your window up. If you wasn't planning on buying someone like Simmons, we'll look after that for you. That's not normal. That is not normal to keep giving money to your rivals. I don't care what anyone says, it is not normal whatsoever. It's strange. It is strange. It's like saying to Chelsea, we will pay you to get better. FK, Arsenal, Rich, Chelsea have overtaken us. Their front line midfield is superior, but we have better defence. 100% agree. FK, my friend. Arsenal defence, still one of the best in the world. Gabriel and Saliba on the day are, the best duo in the world. You can't get by them. When they're on their day, they're unstoppable. But now our midfield is decent, and I'm going to say decent at most. Declan Rice, that's it. That's all I can trust as a midfielder. The person who's gone for disgusting reasons, to me, all round, he was our best midfielder. But he, get him out of the club. Never want to hear about him again. I'll try not to even mention his name on this chat in my streams. And then up front, I'm embarrassed, FK, my friend, and I'm not just saying this. Arsenal's attack is shambolic, boring. There's zero creativity. It's crap. And we've got one man who I keep saying who we can rely on, who's trustworthy, and he's not even a striker, and that's Bukayo Saka. What an embarrassment. Peppermint Freedom, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. We are a farce of a club. Absolutely. Big up Rich. Big up Peppermint. Hope you're well, my friend. Top Gooners in for a shot this season. Yeah. Yep, Peppermint Freedom, top 4 battle. Yep, well, I've predicted 5th. Peppermint Freedom, we ain't challenging even after 900 million people. Just hear that. 900 million. Close to 1 billion. 900 million spent with this clown of a manager. Absolutely. And people are going to start seeing it, man. People are going to start seeing this, honestly. They're going to start waking up. There's some 50-50. There's some Arteta fans are absolutely obsessed with everything he does and says and wants to get giddy when they see things. They smile. I seen someone on Twitter yesterday bigging up Kai Havertz. Oh, he's all hench and he's got a beard. Look at him. He's ready to go this season. He's got a bit of a physique on him now. He's got a full beard to match it. And I seen someone, no names mentioned. She's got big channels. So she's got a big channel on YouTube and a big following on Twitter, and even she went, "Is this what this club's done to you?" And I was like, "Wow," because I've seen things what she said before, and she was kind of like backing everything, but now she started to realise. I won't mention, but I think she does very good content, and she does know things about this club. But now she's even realising that, like what we've been saying for a long time, like she even said, is this what this club's done to you? You've got giddy over a man who's put a bit of size on and got a full beard. Is this what we've become a fancy dress of a football club? Nicey, fancy. Honestly, it's embarrassing. And we're not making things up, people. We're just saying things what we see with our own eyes, like what I just seen with that fan. What Mikel Arteta said, don't be satisfied with second. I didn't say that. Chat didn't say that. Mikel Arteta said it. So when we say it, you can't say that, you're negative. Well, I didn't say it. I'm repeating it. You know what I mean? Your manager said that, not me. And I'm going to wrap this up in about 5 minutes, I think, guys. But thank you very much for jumping in the chat as well, people. Please do smash up the likes and subscribe. I think I might be on later as well, about 9:30 again. Khalid, Peppermint Freedom, it's looking bleak, and I'm the toppest of top gooners. See, Khalid, this is what I like. Khalid jumps in my chat, and he agrees with some things, but now I think Khalid is starting to realise that it's becoming too much. Like, we're an embarrassment of a club. The whole world is laughing at Arsenal right now. Like, what the hell's going on with this Gyökeres? They still ain't got Gyökeres of it line. My God, Arsenal and Chelsea have just come in and signed Pedro Gittins when we first heard about it. A few days later, bang, signed, sealed, delivered. And already concrete talks, but looks of it, with Simmons. And I think Simmons will probably be signed by Thursday or Friday. If we don't get Gyökeres signed this week, I can say I've never been so embarrassed as an Arsenal fan. And I've been an Arsenal fan for very close to 34 years now. And I'm embarrassed now, but if we do not get him over the line by end of this week, by Friday, I don't think I've ever been so embarrassed in my life to be an Arsenal fan. And I do not like saying words like that. I do not. I wish Arsenal would prove me wrong with everything. And I am not a big-headed person, but just lately, even on my Twitter, everything I'm saying is happening with Arsenal. I predicted the season where we'd get injuries, well, last season, because season before, Gabriel Saliba, Ben White, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice played nearly all season, all 6 of them. So, of course, following season, you're going to get injuries. There's no way, absolutely no way, a team can go 2 seasons in a row keeping the 6 first teamers injury free. Look at Leicester. Robert Huth, Wes Morgan stayed fit nearly all season. Danny Simpson stayed fit nearly all season. Right back. Christian Fuchs, left back, stayed fit nearly all season. Albrighton, Drinkwater, Kante, Vardy. They had a few injuries, but they were nearly fit all season. Season after, kind of capitulated. Because that's what happens. You can't do that. A team can't go 2 seasons every year, 2 seasons in a row and keep 6 first team players injury free. It does not work like that. It's impossible, man. Right, who we got? Joe King's in the house. Let's have a look what we've got. I like that name, Joe King. Setup looking good, fella. Thank you, Joe, my friend. Got a laptop now, mate. Looked at it last Friday. Thought, right, I've done my due diligence, done a bit of studying week. I've not had a laptop for 12 years, so I asked the famous Grok, and it was like, yeah, get this one, get that one. Friday, looked at it, went around, circled, right, bang, signed. No messing around, none of this add-ons, etc. Boom, straight in. Because I realised it helps my channel, it makes it better, screen wider. But yeah, you can relate it to Arsenal. Arsenal, no striker for 3 seasons, one of the best strikers in the world wants to play for him, and they're just playing around with add-ons, fanning around like an absolute small club would. Oh, we can't do this, can't do that. We're Arsenal, we have to go through everything. So with a fine-tooth comb, it's embarrassing. Vince, AJ, people should stop buying kits. For fuck's sake. Vince, big up to you, my friend. Good to see you in the chat. And I do absolutely agree with you. And my hands are up. I buy the shirts, not kits. Never brought kits for, well, I think I brought a kit for about 20 years, probably longer. Probably since I was a nipper. Not a bit. Last time I probably bought a kit, I'd have been about 11, 12. So yeah, absolutely agree. But I am one who buys the shirts and merchandise. One, because I love Adidas; it's my favourite sports brand, and I don't buy from the club shop, and I haven't since 2016. But even now, even where I buy them from, I don't know if anything goes back to the club. But it's making me think I don't think I can do it this year, and I do like the shirts. I will put my hands up. We don't have to agree with everything. I do like the shirts, but I think it's just because it's Adidas. Because I've got Adidas clothing. I just like the stripes. I did just change the colours on the sleeve. It can be red top and white, but it's making me think. Why should I? Even if where I get them from, nothing might go back to the club shop, but it's still making me think. No, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to refuse to buy anything until I see what this window does. If we sign a left winger, get Yokkers at line, and get Eze, then I'm like, well, yeah, because that window has ended up being about an 8 out of 10. But like Latvian Guna says, and we all know this again, but we sometimes forget you've got to think who we're selling as well, Rich. That does add on with the numbers up and down in what you're rating the window, and that's a very good point. And at the minute, and again, typical Arsenal fashion, something we never do, we haven't sold nobody. Zinchenko could be a problem. Of course, it could be a problem. You're paying him £150,000 a week when you're on about £20,000 to £30,000 at Man City. I mean, how many more things is this club going to just put on us? What's an embarrassment to hear, to see? And all these, these Arteta fans, what's obsessed with him, what don't do anything, what's just big up everything club says doesn't want, and same with Arteta. They lie to themselves every day because they can't bring themselves to admit it, saying that's what they do. We don't sell players. We put players on high wages. They just can't bring themselves to saying it. They think like Arteta's going to shout at them or the club. They couldn't give a shit about him. If they went homeless tomorrow, hopefully they don't. You don't want that. Wish that on anybody. Arsenal won't be bothered. Arteta won't give a shit. They won't even know. Peppermint Freedom at Khaled. Yes, even some top gooners are now saying this is his last season. Yeah, I agree. Peppermint, I've seen it as well, man. Khaled Peppermint Freedom, top 4 battle incoming. Stephen Khaled, I like Khaled, man. Big up to you, because you know, you even call yourself a top gooner, but now you're starting to realise, no, no, it's not happening with this Cronk. It's not happening with Kroenke. It's definitely not happening with Arteta. Joe King. Arteta will shock everyone and do what Wenger couldn't, and that is sign Higuain. Exactly. And then we'll get Draxler in January. And get it, Chelsea have a big potential. They just need to get it right, and they will wave us goodbye. Could happen this season already. Absolutely brilliant. But I've said this. My predictions: Man City win league, Liverpool second, Chelsea third, Newcastle fourth if they can keep Isaac. They've got Elanga, and they might sign Visser, and Arsenal fifth. Our attack is disgusting. It's shite, it's boring, zero creativity, and it's been neglected for far too long. Dre's in the house. Hello, Dre, my friend. Good to see you, bro. I like that name. I noticed people in other channels and all were trying to say the other part, but I hope you don't mind just the Dre. I think it's cool that. I think it's good that you can see the Dre at the end. Good morning, Rich. The chat. What's even worse for me is when Arteta admitted he was involved in transfers and had the final say. If he hadn't said that, he would have had even more support. Absolutely, Jay. This is what I'm saying. He literally shot himself in back there with saying that. That's where people now hold that and say, well, Arteta's words. He's definitely involved with transfers, and he still is, Dre. And we all know this, mate. We all know this because he's the one behind the Madueke deal. Apparently, he's been meeting him personally for quite a while, and he was pushing and pushing and pushing. And guess what? And it's not rocket science. We all know this. It's facts. Wanted Madueke, few days, bang, done. Arsenal, the whole world know we need a striker, and here we are, still not got him. It wouldn't surprise me if this stubborn, smug prick, Arteta, is telling Tim Lewis, the one who will tick the deal off, our coach here, to say, try to stall this deal. Do not go to the extra mile with those add-ons. Do something to stop this deal, because Arteta, to me, would be quite happy keeping Kai Havertz as our striker. And I'm still sticking with that. And I still think he'll trial Kai Havertz on the left wing. That's what I think he'll do. He will not want to drop Kai Havertz. And I am going to wrap this up in about 2 minutes, people. Absolute brilliant. 19 people in the chat at one point. I think that's my highest. I'm not sure. So everybody, thank you very much for that. And please do smash up the likes and subscribe if you already haven't. I will be on again later about 9:30, I think. Drake, question I'll ask you as well. What's actually the worst expectations of last season? And we went and got Calafiore and Moreno, or this season when we get Madueke? Well, Jay, when I heard Arteta what he said, don't be satisfied with second, etc. We want much more. And then he signs a left back in Calafiore, which to me, is he a left back? Is he a centre back? I think he's just an attacking footballer. You know, I just don't see him as a steady footballer. I really don't. And then sign Moreno and not sign one striker or a backup for Saka. That really did make me think this club don't know what they're doing. And it made me think Arteta is just happy with getting top four for the Kroenkes. That's all I see it as. And I think Arteta was like, Kroenke's like, right, you brought those two players, we can't give you much more. But if that was serious owner, they'd have said, Mikel, why have you done that? Even we can see, Josh Kroenke, we need a striker at this football club. I hate saying that, and I keep saying it every stream. At my football club, which is his club, Josh Kroenke's club. Why are you wasting money on that? We've gave you money and you haven't signed a striker. So I think, when he did that, he was thinking, well, I can sign those two players, and if I get top four, I get top four, because that will keep the Kroenkes happy. And I think as long as we get top four, the Kroenkes are happy because they know they're getting a payday. They know they're going to get a paycheck. And we've got a lot of money from getting into Champions League semi-final. I think about 90 million. So I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted in this club right now. I really am. I'm embarrassed and I'm disgusted. And this Madueke, again, just giving money to Chelsea. It's not normal to keep giving your money to your rivals. I swear to God, that is so weird, strange, and pathetic, man. Why would you want to keep making your team stronger? Your rivals, sorry, stronger. Joe King. So I don't know if I answered that properly, Dre. I'm sorry if I didn't. Joe King, the only thing the club does for us fans is provide the ammo, absolutely, for other fans to banter us year on year. Absolutely, literally, that's what we get. They get peppered, and it's their own fault because of what Arsenal do, because they push it out there on social media, on Twitter. Oh, look at Arsenal, we've signed a male or a female. I keep saying this, have to win the dog. We have to show you, because they think other clubs are, wow, look how they do it. They do it in style. Wish we could do it like that. And in reality, other clubs are just looking, thinking, you mugs, man. You pay your rivals every window. You watch other teams get to finals at the end of the season. You don't get to obviously a final, and you don't win a trophy. That's what other clubs are thinking. Not, oh, we need to get a dog. We need to get a dog at our training ground. Can we? Can we get a dog? You know, it's what has this club turned into? A fancy doghouse club. It's. Oh, I'm And if you took all these, if Canton got all his, if it was stripped away from Arsenal and Harry and all them, they wouldn't be saying nothing like they do. They'd be like, yeah, this club, they're not doing things right. But because they're getting something from the club, oh, we can't say that about Arsenal. We can't say that. Um, where are we? I'm going to wrap it up in 2 minutes. Peppermint Freedom. The club are like Massacosius, they love to be humiliated and mocked, and they love to see us fans in the mud. Absolutely. They think it's, like I say, Peppermint, they think it's brilliant to post all these things, what they do, and clubs buzz off it, they love off it. And right now they're laughing at, when they see win the dog, thinking, well, you don't win trophies at the end of the season, you don't even get to finals, you watch other teams. Other teams now are looking and thinking, how have Arsenal not got Gyökeres over at line when they haven't had a striker for 3 seasons and it's costing league titles for them, and they still can't even get one of the best over at line? We get laughed at every single day by a different reason. Either twats going on TV making a mockery of Arsenal Football Club. That Alex, whatever is it Moneypenny, who Shane Gooner says, by the way, who I am going to tell you to obviously go and have your breakfast with him in a minute, guys. Absolute legend. Subscribe to him if you already haven't. I'm sure you already have. Where are we? Yeah, Joe King, you spent more on your laptop than Arsenal have on a striker. Absolutely, Joe King. That's what I'm saying. Did a bit of study through week, got Grok to give me some good information, exactly what I needed, because I could have quite easily, sorry, brought a very, very cheap one. And Grok were like, no, you need to push the boat out a bit. You haven't had one for 12. See, you can relate this to Arsenal, already. I haven't had one for 12 a year. You need to make sure you sign a good one. And it's like Arsenal, no striker for 3 seasons, and then a pot of gold turns up. One of the best strikers in the world right now is asking to come to your club. A normal club, any other club with proper ambition, they'd be going, done. F your add-ons, we're paying that. We need this player desperately. It's saying we need a laptop. Need a laptop desperately. Like that, we're phone looking, and I've not got me space set up yet. That's the next thing. I'm going to keep building on things more and more. And that's what I'm saying. I looked at it Friday. I need it. It's an investment. It's probably going to last me at least 5 years. Done. Ticked off. Done. Peppermint Freedom. That Dean James bloke is a true weapon, a very insulting, patronising clown. Yeah, I've seen him go at Lee Gunner and everything. He's a weirdo. And Getty, and Getty. I really like the shirt with the golden stripes, but I'm not buying shirts anymore. Big up to you, and Getty. I agree. I like all Arsenal shirts. I really do. I'm going to hold my hands up to that, and the merch as well. I'm not too keen on the merch this season, no. What I've seen, all the flashing colours and that, it's a bit too much. It's just over the top. Peppermint Freedom. Arteta is trying to get Leipzig to lower price to 70 million, or he will go for Nico Jackson. It wouldn't surprise me if he's doing something behind closed doors with Leipzig. But I know Gyökeres' agent is Arteta's friend as well. That's what they say. Vince AG is counting on Havertz and Jesus. What a joker. Absolutely, Vince, my friend. And he is. He really is. He will not drop Havertz completely. Khaled, Peppermint Freedom. Yes, that Dean is a weapon. He's weird. It's weird that telling me you're not an Arsenal fan. I'm an embarrassment, an Arsenal fan, because I've got standards and I call it out. everybody, thank you very much. Chat's been absolutely brilliant, man. I've never really done morning ones yet. I work nights, so I don't know if I'll be able to keep doing that. And I am back at work tomorrow night. So, and it's 4 nights a week, and it's rotational. So I won't always be able to keep getting those 9:30s in at night. But I will try and get on as much as I can. But yeah, man, thank you very much. I just thought I'd jump on this morning because I just seen that typical Arsenal are open to do business if an opportunity presents itself. I'm like, how many more times have we heard this as a football? It's like everything's just repeat. We give money to Chelsea to top their transfer window. That what I've just said, opportunity presents itself. If we find a player what's exceptional, we'll sign them. We're working day and night to strengthen the team. Everything is repeat about this club. Everything. It's all take from this club now. That's all they do. Take. They're not giving us anything back. This window is a 3 out of 10. The positions what you need to address, what's desperately needs sorting and been neglected for far too long, we haven't even addressed it one bit, apart from buying a backup for Bukayo Saka. That's it. Everybody, thank you very much, man. Please do smash the likes up and subscribe if you already haven't. And yes, I think I'll be back at 9:30 tonight, maybe 10. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, thank you guys. Have a good day. And don't expect Gyökeres to be signed today because I just don't see it. I don't think we'll do it. Like I said, if we don't do it by Friday, I've never been more embarrassed in my life supporting this club.